Hello everybody, this is Zenyx, and welcome back for more Let's Play Pokemon Silver version. In the last episode, I'm gonna stop here for a sec. In the last episode, we got our first Pokemon, Chica, a Chikorita. And we also got our Pokédex from Professor Elm. And in this episode, we are going to head back after getting a call. Did I say we got our Pokédex from Professor Elm? We got our Pokédex from Professor Oak, and we got a call from Professor Elm saying that something terrible had just happened at the lab. So you better go check that out. And I can't believe I actually made it through that grass without meeting a single wild Pokemon. Why did I say that? Watch. Now I'm going to find no way back without finding a single Pokemon. I worded that completely wrong. Whatever. You guys get my point. Anyway. This is the guy we saw looking into the lab. And as you can probably guess, this is our rival for the game. His name is Triple Question Mark. Alright, so he has Cyndaquil. Obviously, he would pick the Pokemon that could trump ours, but of course, Cyndaquil... Well, actually, I can't really think of anything. Cyndaquil probably is the best out of the three. Because, just because there are more... Let's just say Chikorita is the worst possible choice because there are many gyms that can take out grass types fairly easily. That reminds me, there still is no dark type gym. They've gone through 5 generations now and there's still no dark type gym. Oh, right there he said my name is Triple Question Mark. So, I always thought that was his name. So when we get back to the lab, I'll tell you what I always did when I was a kid. Because I was just so naive. And I didn't understand the meaning of that. I don't know what I was thinking before. There's absolutely... Wow! Did you see that? I accidentally hopped off the edge, and as soon as I hit the grass, a Pokemon popped out. That's what I get for saying... That's what I get for bragging about getting through my intro without fighting a single Pokemon. That is karma at its finest. And we come back in here. So I always thought, because his name was Triple Question Mark, you did that, and that was his name. I seriously did that when I was a kid. Every time. But now, I'm going to name him... the name I always give him. Because, as I believe I've mentioned before, I create stories, and, my main character's name is, Nexius. Well, his arch-rival is named Zenyx. So, that's what I'm going to name him. Zenyx. Z-E-N-Y-X. Watch, I'm gonna get so many comments about that for whatever reason. Anyway, we're gonna give the egg to Professor Elm. And, yeah, it's a pretty big discovery. Pokemon eggs were never around in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. And something else that wasn't around in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Pokemon with genders. I never actually mentioned that. It's kind of strange that I didn't. Anyway, Professor Elm is encouraging us to go take on the Pokemon Gym Challenge and challenge the Elite Four. And Professor Elm's aide gives us a few Pokeballs. So you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, you know what? It's a good thing that it's nighttime right now while I'm recording this. Otherwise, I would not be able to go catch the Pokemon that I need to go get. Anyway, he suggested we go talk to our mom to tell her that we are leaving. Save money. No, let's not do that, because I actually, it's strange. The first time I ever said yes to that, I actually went back, and she had, like, 10,000 Pokédollars by the time I made it to, like, the 5th gym. I was like, wow, I could have had all of that to myself? Really? Okay, so we're gonna say no to, him teaching us how to catch Pokemon, because I already know how. Alright, so I'm just gonna casually walk through, and hopefully we can find the Pokemon I want on the first try. Hoot Hoot, alright, and... that is just jerkish. That was a dick move, game. We get another Hoot Hoot. Okay, this one's level 3. It's not bad, but I'm gonna try and find one a little higher level. And yes, I know I'm nitpicking. I like to nitpick. Actually, I don't like to, but it's impulsive that I nitpick about stuff like that. And screw you, Rattata. What happened to me cutting these out? I'll start cutting them out now. Alright, so, yeah, we can now head on to the first, gym city, which is Violet City. Now I should probably mention, in Pokemon Crystal version, in this grass, you can actually find Poliwags at night. Unfortunately, they are not in Gold and Silver. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep walking around in here until I find myself a, decent Hoot Hoot. Oh my god, you know what? I probably should have just went and caught that level 3 Hoot Hoot, just for the sheer fact that I'm not gonna be able to find any anymore, just because I'm recording this. Alright, and it's... level 2 male. Okay, I'm not gonna catch that. That's way too low level. Alright, you know what? I'll be right back. Alright, I'm just gonna go with this one because it's the highest level. It's the highest level Hoot Hoot I've found so far. Watch me get a critical hit. What the f- Ah! Why did I open my fucking mouth? Alright, I'll be right back again. One of these days I'm gonna learn to shut my mouth. Oh, that was the Let's Play curse right there. Oh my... Okay. Why do I keep getting critical hits when I don't want them? Alright, we're gonna throw our Pokeball. That's a neat little animation there. And we caught our first Pokemon, a Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot, the owl Pokemon. Give it a nickname? Yes. And if any of you can, guess what I'm referencing with this nickname, props to you. Great book series. And no, I'm not referring to Soren from Fire Emblem. This is a completely different Soren from a really great book series I read. Any of you can guess it, you win. Alright, so something I should probably point out is the bag now has 4 different pouches. There's your items, Pokeballs, your key items, and your HM and TMs. Alright, so we're gonna switch Soren to our first position. And, we're gonna heal him up. Alright, so, let's head on out. Alright, so here's our first normal trainer battle. Did he just say we look weak? Oh, this punk's going down. And also, trainers now have names. This is youngster Joey. Anyway, level 4, you suck. Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, I thought I didn't turn the animations off. Anyway, just keep spamming tackle, Soren, and we'll win. What the hell? Did you see that? That's not right. Alright, we're gonna use the cheapest training method ever. Swapping out when Pokemon gets weak. It's cheap, but effective. And we reach level 8. And we learn Razor Leaf. One of my personal favorite moves any grass starter can learn. Actually, I don't think Trico can learn Razor Leaf. Kinda sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna go buy some potions. Because I always forget to do that in the older generation games. We're just gonna buy 10 for right now. And I was honestly considering just using one and not even taking the time to come here to the Pokemon Center because I'm lazy. But, in all honesty, it's a freaking waste to just use a potion when you're right outside the Pokemon Center. Anyway, I will meet you guys back up there. Alright, we're back, and we've got another trainer battle. I don't have to battle you. Although I will, just cause... See, that's something I never did as a kid. I never purposely fought trainers. I would always try to avoid them as much as possible. And now, in games like, say, Black and White, I go out of my way to make sure I fight every trainer. Just for the experience. Because if you don't fight every trainer, you're going to have a hell of a time beating the Elite Four, because you need all the experience you can get. Just like in Fire Emblem, you need every ounce of experience. And whether that means grinding my ass off fighting wild Pokemon that are level 4, I don't care. I will do that. In fact, I actually did have to do that one playthrough. I seriously had to grind all my Pokemon for level 30 just to beat the 5th gym. Why did I let that happen? Ah, that was so stupid. Now, there's really nothing good to talk about when playing an RPG game like this. Like Paper Mario, I can obviously find something to talk about easily, but Pokemon, my god, Chugga, how the hell do you find stuff to talk about when you're playing Pokemon, or when you're Let's playing Pokemon? Although I guess you don't really show too many of the battles unless they're gym leader or required or whatever. But seriously, why do you have so much to talk about? I can think of plenty of reasons why you have things to talk about. Ugh. This commentary sucks. This will be a lot easier when I actually get something that makes me go faster. Why am I trying to avoid you? And yes, trainers in this game can actually look around and move around. I think they can move around, actually. No, actually, that's in the 3rd generation. But, yeah, they look around in different directions more often, which makes them harder to avoid, but it makes them possible to avoid, because if they're only looking in one direction and they're against a wall, you can't really avoid them. But if they are looking off in different directions, you can avoid them out if you want. I personally will never try to avoid any other trainers purposely, unless I only have unless my only Pokemon has like 3 HP left, and yeah, I'm obviously going to avoid them and go to the Pokemon Center first. Anyway, that was our first instance of a Caterpie. Caterpie is a bug type, and quite possibly one of the worst bug types ever. Actually, no, I can think of plenty more bug types that are absolutely terrible. Anyway, Caterpie. I would only use it if I was going for an anime team where I use Pokemon that are really big in the anime. That brings up an interesting point that I want to talk about later on in this game. I'll probably end up forgetting it, but yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it now. My first time playing Gold version, I was doing the bug catching competition, and I actually found a shiny Butterfree during the bug catching contest. I didn't catch it because it killed me, but it was my first legit shiny Pokemon. And I use the term legit very strongly because, well, I'll get into that later. Anyway, in here's the Dark Cave, which is where I want to be real quick. I want to go in here real quick just to find another Pokemon, the next Pokemon on my team. No, it is not Zubat. However, I did consider using Zubat one time, and Zubat sucks. Because it can't learn Fly until it evolves into Crobat, and that takes so freaking long. But anyway, I'm just going to cut out all of this until I find that one Pokemon I'm looking for, so I'll see you guys in just a bit. Finally, after about, about 30 minutes, I finally found my Dunsparce. Yes, Dunsparce will be the next Pokemon on my team. My god, I'm going to freaking bed after this, because I am so tired after having to look for this thing. And yeah, with Raid, Dunsparce is a freaking powerhouse. I was just about to jinx myself, wasn't I? Hopefully he won't be able to take out Chica. Anyway. Throw our Pokeball. And we got him. We got him! Ha ha ha! There we have it. Dunsparce, the land snake Pokemon. And a personal favorite of mine, just because no one ever uses him. It just... Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of how I came to start using Dunsparce. I thought to myself, I'm gonna use a Pokemon that no one else ever uses, just to humor them. And so I chose Dunsparce, because I've never seen anyone use Dunsparce before. And, I used Dunsparce, and it kicked ass. So, there we have it. That is the third member of my team. We now have Soren, Chica, and Hebi. And by the way, Hebi is the Japanese word for snake. So, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end the video off here just before we go to Violet City, because I don't feel like recording any more right now. So, thank you all for watching, and join me next time, and join me here for the next episode. So, see you guys later.